Okay, for finishing touches, as you know, my sinks intrude a little bit on my drawer space here. So what I did was I took and I cut the corners out of the drawers. I reversed them. I put them right back in there, and I glued them and brad nailed them back. So basically what I've done is I've made this a little shorter, but I've kept all the original wood, and it's still a workable drawer. It's just that these parts over here you probably wouldn't want to put anything in because they might fall out or something. But this whole part in here is good. And yeah, all done. And there she is with both the sinks in her. The next thing I'm going to do, this has a little backsplash thing on it. I'll set it up here so you can see it. And the backsplash should sit where the sinks are sitting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little piece of oak, about a ½ inch tall, and taper it so that it fits right in here. And then I'm going to set this backsplash right back in place where it used to be, except it'll be a little higher and it'll cover over the space on the back of those sinks. And that'll kind of be a nice finishing touch. Once we're all done, we will take this all apart and pull it out to sheetrock that wall. When we do that, we're going to repaint the whole thing and then put it all back together. But for now, I'm just going to leave it working because it's kind of nice to have it working. And so anyway, there's that. That's a pretty good day's project. Alrighty, I think I'm going to call that good. I've got the backsplash back on there. What I did was I took my old sander and just roughed out around the sinks there. It's a little ugly, but I think once it's painted it won't show up so much. You can kind of see the crack along the bottom where the paint chipped off. But it's actually right back in the exact same place that it was in before, using the same screws to bolt it to the back. So it all pretty much stayed original that way. I'd made these pieces out of oak that I was going to try to slip up under there. That didn't really work out all that well, so I just went back to reworking that piece. Luckily I had a new belt on my belt sander and got a lot of good use out of it today, roughing that out. I think I'm going to call that good enough. Clean everything up around here, and then we'll come back another day and maybe pull this apart and paint it and sheetrock that wall while we're at it. But I think for today it'd be good to clean up and call that good for the moment. I guess I ought to get a parting shot of the old antique piece of furniture with the two sinks in it. It is kind of pretty when we get a nice straight wall behind it there and get everything kind of cleaned up and some paint on the walls and stuff. That's going to look real nice. Looks as good as anything I can think of for the money. I think I paid $40 for the piece of furniture when I bought it back from Lee, and whatever the plumbing and pipe cost, can't beat it.